everybody, I'm Shinju and this is a video presentation of how I made my female version Edward Kenway costume from Assassin's Creed 4. I must say I really enjoyed working on this costume. I learned a lot while working on it and I really enjoyed wearing it because it's very comfortable, it looks very realistic and overall it felt pretty badass. So let's get started. Okay. I'll start with all the fabric parts of the costume and explain how I made them. First of all, I'm going to talk about this vest and the hoodie because they're made out of the same fabrics. 90% of the costume is made out of natural fibers or combinations of natural fibers. I'm really proud about it, but it's a bit inconvenient because, well, it itches. So, about the vest and the hood. Here's a back view. Okay. The white fabric is wool and the blue fabric is linen mixed with a bit of cotton. I can't say much about the pattern, I just made it, tried it on several times until it fit. There are a few things I must say about these though. I really like it when the clothing looks good on the inside also. So I'm just going to show you the hood. Looks on the inside almost like it does on the outside. Just because it must be comfortable. And so does the vest. Also, the vest is actually a fake vest. I cannot open here. Soon. I have a zipper here, which helps me put it on. I did this because, well, if it were a vest, it would look very, very good on a boy, a man, on a flat-chested person. But due to these inconveniently placed pieces of meat, well, it's pretty hard to keep this line straight and good looking, so I decided on a fake vest. Okay, a bit about the shirt. It is some sort of linen. I'm not sure if it's 100% linen. It's really, really fine. So due to this, I had to actually put 2 layers of fabric for the sleeves. It's up to here and like open like this. I'm not going to show it to you because, well, it's very transparent. I really enjoy making these frills. It's just the fabric into and frilled. I find this a very good effect and very similar to the character. About the pants, they're 100% linen, pretty rough fabric, I really like it. They're a bit large. I wanted them like this, I didn't want them really, really tight. And when I made them, I was thinking of an interesting way to make them close in front. So I actually made this, which I think, well, I'm sure they didn't have zippers in the 1700s, so I found this a very nice way of closing the pants. Okay, what else? These pieces of cloth in front and back. I use the reference, the artwork, so people know it's not the in-game character, which looks slightly different. This was actually white fabric and I dyed it with China ink. And in the back it looks like this, and I used the wool, which I also used in the vest for the white part. And it also has an inside which I wanted to look good. Well, now it's weathered, but it's all sewn. Oh, then it's the scarf. This was actually my favorite scarf and I had to use it, but I don't regret it. I simply made an attaching system so it's easy to put on. It's just Velcro, like this. Easy to put on and off, and I don't make a knot here so it doesn't look bulky because I hate it on scarves. What else is left? Oh yeah, a very important thing. It's not only what's on the outside, it's also what's on the inside. Underneath everything, I actually have a corset. Why? Because, well, when you're gonna have like 5 layers of fabric and leather on, you can imagine you're not gonna look on your best. You might end up like a blob. So I was thinking I should make something to have a really nice figure and look very, very fit. So here it is. This is the corset. It's steel boning and it's pretty comfortable actually. It goes up to here. I think this is all about the fabrics. I need to add something about the boots. These are the boots. Actually, this is an old pair of boots I used to have. I love them. They're really, really worn out. That's why I haven't been using them for a while. But they were perfect for this costume because I actually needed worn out boots. So these are the boots. This is the only thing that I actually wanted to change from the costume. See, they have sort of a platform. I thought it was the only girly thing that I could add to the costume because, well, it makes a girl look better with high heels. Okay, a bit about how I weathered the fabrics. This was my first time weathering anything, any costume, so I was really excited to do it and I really wanted to do this for a long time and I'm happy I got the chance to. And I learned a lot and I'm happy about it. So what exactly did I do? Well, I used 60 grit sandpaper. I learned this trick from several tutorials. What I did is just roughly sanded the fabric, usually on the seams or any part that is edges, where you would actually imagine the fabric would get worn out in time. And at first I was like, oh no, I'm destroying it. But it worked out just fine in the end and it looked really, really realistic. And I did that on all the parts of fabric that I had. For example, for the pants, I did a lot on the knees and a lot on the buttocks, and on the vest, a lot on these edges, here also, so all the parts that would get to be used a lot. Also, I'm not sure if you can see in the video, but they're pretty dirty. Well, I didn't just roll out on the ground somewhere. I used pieces of clay, water-based clay that I used. I mixed it with water until it got really, really mushy. And I put it on my hands and I just smeared them all over the clothes. And I think it got a pretty good effect also. The edges tend to be dirtier and parts where they're used, like here a lot, or the front pieces, or the knees also. Parts where, if you think of clothes being worn a lot, they get dirtier. I tried to give that realistic look to them because I think this costume needs it. I also need to mention why I chose to weather the costume. First of all, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I think it's really, really important to have a costume that looks historically and realistically accurate. Because let's face it, in the 1700s, people, pirates especially, did not wash their garments too much. So I'm sure they were pretty dirty back then. I don't think I'm as dirty as they used to, but, well, I tried. Secondly, since the game seems to incorporate many historically accurate details, I think it's important, it's like a tribute to the game to do the same with the costume. And I think this is my main reason. I just wanted to be like in the game.